cutting over to a more sophisticated area of Athens itself, where a symposium, a party of sorts, is taking place. Athens is a gorgeous city, a wine city, the capital city of a population of about 150,000 people, a melting pot of philosophers, artists, culture, and heroes, or in this case, heroines. The symposium is one that has been put on by a wealthy individual, Sucros Papa, in honor of the Olympic Games. Sugar Daddy. Wine and cheese flow and entertain the wealthy guests as they discuss which gods will bless which athletes. You hear, this Heracles fellow put this whole thing together and then left after an orphan boy told him to go slay a monster or a lion or something. That one, for the greatest ideas he's had in his life, doesn't even stick to watch. Mad as Hera, that one, I think so. Now, Sucros is not by any means a man who would throw a party without stroking his own ego. He's set out a very valuable work of art for his guests to ogle at. A marble bust of himself. Nice. Displayed on a pedestal in the far centric wall of his domicile so that it is seen as soon as you walk in. Currently dressed in a lavish silken tunic, a wool cloak drapes over his shoulder, Sucros appears to be listening to one of his older guests ramble on about some sort of cave with shadows in it. Boring. But as Sucros sits sprawled on the bench, draped in luxurious fabrics, picking at his teeth with an olive branch, we see him freeze, an eyebrow cocks, and his eyes widen a touch as you enter the room, enter the symposium. Kai, would you like to say a few words about your character?
My character is a woman of few words, but there is a lost twin out there somewhere.
What's your name?
Oh, I'm Tiffany.
Hi, I'm Tiffany. And Tiffany, you have been in Athens now for a short period of time, and you have heard of Sucros and his symposiums. You know that he's flashy in his style, and he likes to flaunt his wealth, yes. You have heard of the commission of this marble bust, and secretly, unbeknownst to Sucros, you were able to convince the young sculptor to replicate a bust in limestone, a worthless, fragile form. Now, as you enter this scenario, you are presented with a display of roughly 25 people lounging around the courtyard, curtains draped the windowed walls of the home surrounding, allowing cracks of sunlight to seep through.
Living large.
Living large, exactly. And Sucros, noticing your entrance, stands in the middle of the older man saying, "And this is why a philosopher is like a prisoner who is freed from the cave and continues to understand, more wine, more wine." Sucros glides across the living space, and you see that the marble bust was quite accurate in depicting his clean-shaven jawline, short curled hair, but his steel blue eyes are much more piercing than that of the stone white marble, and his hair a much lighter shade of red. As he approaches, he receives you and says, and who might you be? I do not think we have been acquainted with one another yet."
Oh, I lie and give him a fake name. I say I'm Penelope.
Penelope? I feel like I've heard that name somewhere before.
Oh, you've probably heard of Penelope of Ithaca, but that's a different Penelope.
Oh, just happenstance.
Just a cool name. Our parents like the name. Yeah.
Well, please, I am not one to turn down guests rivaling myself in status. I can clearly see, and as you can probably tell, I am quite generous and amazing. Your ears are so unique. I've never seen such a deformity. Are they sensitive? And
I was just blessed by the gods.
He reaches over to try and touch your ear.
Like, you'll have to pay for that. That's extra.
So they are sensitive then. Apologies. I forget myself. Come, enjoy the pleasantries. Taste the finest cheese imports and wine from grapevines planted on Mount Olympus itself. Leads you into the courtyard, and you spot other things just around his house. A painted vase with Olympian gods outlined in golden filigree, large tapestries of battles long ago fought, small portraits again of Sucrose himself, fancy cups inlaid with silver, and a small decorative wooden box polished and locked with a lion roaring on its surface. And as he leads you into the courtyard, he says, "Are you here for the Olympics?"
I say yes. I'm just a traveler seeking to see the best of Greece has to offer.
Oh, well, then you're in the right spot. Are you from across the Aegean Sea? Is that...
Oh, yes.
Interesting. Hold on, man. I'd like you to see something most impressive.
Yes, please show me the impressive thing.
He leads you around the fire to the marble statue of the bust, and he says, "Isn't it magnificent?
So magnificent.
20 pounds of pure Piraean marble, handcrafted by the finest young talent in all of Athens. If you look closely, you can see the complex work, how steady the hand of the artist, and how much detail he put into his craft. And for the life of me, I can't remember his name. He was just so happy to be doing a piece for one such as I."
Oh yes, what a great artist. I'm trying for more.
You actually know.
Yeah, because I know
when
that.
you met him. Yeah, you know that the young sculptor actually held a grudge.
Oh, I was like, so when did you get this bust?
Oh, I had it commissioned about 8 months ago, and it was just recently finished, just in time for the Olympic season.
I bet you spent a lot of time with it. You must be really proud.
I'm very proud. I'm very proud to see this every day. And he kind of rubs a finger across its forehead. It's not to scale either. Yes, just happy to. Master Sucrose. The older man lays a hand on Sucrose's shoulder, kind of turning him towards himself. He says, "I have found more libations, and I would love to continue our chat about the shadows on the cave wall." Sucrose turns his back on you as you stand in front of the bust for a moment. Says, "As you can see, Master Dion, I'm busy showing the new guest." "Oh, tiff-taff, Master Sucrose. We were in the middle of the most fascinating subject yet." And they start bickering. What are you doing?
I'm checking out the exits, and I'm trying to see how I could smuggle this marble one out and swap it with the limestone one.
All right, go ahead and make a perception check.
It's 20, right?
Yeah.
19.
Ooh.
Plus 4.
Ooh.
23.
Yeah, so there's the main entrance, which you just came through, and then all the other doors seem to lead into the house. Right now, you're kind of in this courtyard that he has set up in order to have everybody in one spot. And with a 1924, you take a quick look around to make sure nobody's looking, and you can see that nobody's looking. Everybody seems to be engaged in conversation, in snacking on the fine cheeses and wines.
Where's the artist with the limestone bust?
The limestone bust you actually have on your persons.
Oh, so does that mean I can hide the marble bust wherever the fuck I was hiding the
I would say you could try. Yeah.
All right, I'm going to attempt to swap out the busts with each other.
All right, go ahead and make a sleight of hand check.
Oh, wow.
24 again.
24. You look around. Seems like nobody notices you. And as you do that real quick, Sucrose turns back around and he says, "Oh, please, I'm so sorry about this. I know that this must be frustrating for you because I know you want to talk to me some more. But, of course, let me get you some wine." And he claps for some servants to bring out some wine.
Oh yeah, no, totally. I was just admiring the likeness of this bust and you.
Oh, isn't it
perfect.
wonderful? And he touches it again and he's like, "Oh, yes, some wine. Yes.
I'm like, I want to see the games. We should go out to the courtyard, get him away from the bus.
Oh,
Direct him away.
already? But you've only just arrived here.
Well, didn't we come to watch the Olympics?
Yes, I suppose we did. Some of us here were just debating some philosophy and whatnot, but I'll tell you what, we'll catch up. Why don't you, will you come back sometime? We'll catch up to you and maybe we can meet you there.
Where should I find you?
Oh, we'll find you. It'd be so easy. And you can see me. He sits next to the marble,
I'll
marble
never forget
bus.
what you look like.
As you head for the exit,
With the 20-pound marble bus.
with the 20-pound
With a slight
marble
limp.
bus. He accompanies you to the exit of the courtyard once again. And as you guys are parting ways, you hear behind you a crash and a clattering. A patron of the house shouts, "See? I told you I saw her make the switch! It's a fake! She's trying to make off with the real sculpture!" And he points directly at you. What do you do?
How much time do I have between when the crash happens and when he's just like, look at this person?
Why? What would you like to do?
Stealth move the fuck out of there.
You want to what?
I want to stealthily move out of
Stealthily.
there.
So the crash happens. This guy's shouting, and he's about to be pointing at you.
I know I can do something.
Horror kind of washes over Sucrose's face as he looks at you.
You know what? I got good charisma and intimidation. I'm just gonna look at him dead in the face and be like, do you know who I am? Do you know what you just accused me of? Do you really want to try that?
Okay, go ahead.
Was that intimidation?
Intimidation.
17.
17. Go ahead and roll opposed. First, he's taken aback, and then slowly anger darkens on his face, and he says, "I can't believe you've done this. Guards! Guards! Apprehend this woman now!"
Well, fuck, was like, okay. Can I sleight of hand something out of my hand with the dagger of the guard?
What?
Just quick, quick little switch
Steal one
around.
of the guards.
Two hoplites round the corner, and they start running at you. Swords are not drawn yet. They're just running at you.
Can I deceptively tuck and roll out?
Deceptive tuck and roll.
Just somersault on out.
You
Go
think
for
I'm
it.
gonna run, but
I'll be like,
I'm gonna see
see ya at the
Do it.
Oh, I was not expecting that.
Go ahead and roll acrobatics.
they don't swing too high.
I got a 19.
Okay.
God,
Just,
319.
Nice. Yeah. So one guard tries to flying tackle you, but you just curl into a ball and slowly roll away.
Deceptively, yeah, makes sense.
Deceptively roll away.